welcome back to the channel. My name is Davissa, and today we are going to start a new series that I'm going to have on the channel that's going to be coloring on a budget. We will be looking at all different pencil brands that vary in price anywhere from $3 a pack all the way up to maybe $30, $40, at most $50, but we'll see. We will be also eventually looking at some markers as well, but we're going to start today with the Royal and Langnickel colored pencils. I have 4 different sets of these. I have the regular 24 pack. And these are not in the boxes because I've already put them in pencil cases. And I have the 12-piece neon set and the 12-piece metallic set. I also have the 12-piece fluorescent set, which they are similar to the neon, but they are a little different as well. This is the swatch of all of the different sets together, and today we'll mainly be using the regular 24 set. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coloring for this series. I've decided, I can figure out where my page is here. Sorry, I flagged it, but I am not seeing the flag. Okay, it's hidden. I've decided that we are going to, since there are so many of these individual flowers, we will use a different set of pencils to color each one of the flowers and see how they do. And part of why I picked this page is because for anyone who doesn't have this book, but you have a printer, this is still available on Joanna Basford's website as a free printable download, and it comes as 2 different pages, but it's the exact same thing. So, and this is a free download. So if you don't have the book, check out her website, get the free download, and you can join along. But the pencil sets, each one of these pencil sets for the Royal and Langnickel, I found, well, these 3 sets in particular that I found at my local Myers. The neon and the metallic for sure were less than $3 a pack. They were, I believe, $2.88 or $2.99 a pack. And then I think the 24 pack might have been $4 something for the pack, but I could be wrong about that. Not 100% sure. And then the 12 count of the fluorescent I found at my local Walmart, although Myers has those too, but I got them first. And I found them at my local Walmart for it was either $2.88 or $2.99. It was something like that. But we are going to see how they color in this book. So let me get set up and zoomed in, and we will get started. So, I'll adjust the camera just for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Maybe zoom you in just a tiny bit more. There we go. We're going to be working on this first one here. And I've picked some shades of blue for the flower. And I've picked 3 different greens to use for the stem and the leaves as well. So, now, these pencils, as you can see, They did not come with a color name or number on them. I took a Sharpie and just numbered each one so that I could keep track of which ones they were and swatch them out and all that good stuff. So let's get started coloring this little guy, and we will see how they work. I've already sharpened these ahead of time. Actually prepared myself for once, yay! But okay, I'm going to take the darkest blue, and I'm going to go, let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Hold on a second, let me move these off my desk so that I can scoot this book over just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top right here, somewhat heavy pressure, and fade that out, and then go along where this petal overlaps that one. Fade that out just a little. And do the same on this side. Okay, and then come up to the top of this one. Heavier pressure and fade that out. And the same on this side. And then we'll go with our medium blue. We'll go over what we just laid down and fade it out. Yeah, I wanted to do this series because I've been coloring for about 6 years or so, and in that time I have seen a lot of different posts and comments and things of people talking about how you know, they feel like they can't, you know, they can't get the higher end pencils, and they you know, think that they maybe can't do as well or whatever. But I want to show that that's not necessarily the case, that you can make gorgeous artwork with any set of pencils, all the way down to the cheapest set. Like I said, these here cost me less than $5. So, and at least so far, they appear to be doing really, really nice on this paper. Now I'm just going to take my lightest blue and go over all of this. But yeah, and I thought that might help some people to maybe, can't quite get my words right today, but to, you know, maybe not be afraid to try with the cheaper pencils either, because you can still get some lovely artwork with the cheaper pencils. Most of what I have is budget friendly. I do have Prismacolors and Polychromos, but that's about the only two that I have that are actually pricier. And I got my Prismas on a really good sale a long time ago, and I got my polys one year. I think I had gotten my tax refund back, and that was the one thing I got myself, was my polys. So, yep, so there's that. And I know there's a funky, weird glare. My light doesn't seem to be just right today, but hopefully you can see that blended out pretty nicely. Now this little part in here, I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna take this dark color around the outside of the shape and then leave a little feathered edge. And then medium blue. And then the lighter blue. Now I will tell you, if you do have these or get these, well, if you have them, you probably already know, but if you do decide to get these, they do definitely work a lot better after they've been sharpened, as is the case with a lot of sets. Okay. And then we'll take our greens. And since there's not a whole lot of room here, we will just do the stem pretty solid. Okay. I'm not pressing hard at all. Say about maybe a medium pressure, if that. Say it's closer to a light pressure. And we'll come up here, make it darkest where it meets the flower. And then these I'm just going to do solidly in this darkest color, since they are so tiny. Okay, do a little feathering out here, and bring this up this way. Same on this side, just a little. And then just right in here. Okay. Now for my medium green. Okay, and then my lightest green. to blend everything together. Which I didn't get. Didn't get a whole lot of variation in that, but we can go back in with our darker green in just a second and maybe make that look a little better. Okay. Just going to add some more of this dark green. I mean, of course, these pencils, they are more on the harder end. Well, if I quit losing my words today. Oh, I have found some centering issues with them, but they still work pretty well. You just have to be a little bit more careful, maybe when you go to sharpen them or something, but I've not had any issues with them yet, and I think they do a pretty nice job. Clean this up just a little bit. I did go outside the line. Okay, and up here, take our medium green, and then our lightest green. And I am going to go back in with our darkest green again, just at the base, and darken that back up just a little bit. Just a little more variation there. Now we need a couple yellows. I forgot to pull those out. Okay, so I'm going to take my darkest yellow right here where it first starts coming out, and then fade it out, and then go over that and extend it to the end. Which, with such a tiny area, it's kind of hard to tell a significant difference there, but all right. I think I'm going to take the white and see if I can kind of lighten this part up just a tad in the center. Okay. And now I'm going to take this brownish color and just give it a little smidgen at the bottom, kind of like it's dirt here. Just really light, super light-handed. Just giving it a hint of the ground. With my white. Okay. Alright guys, that is the finished flower. And I think it turned out pretty well, although kind of think I should have put a different color in that center right there, but that's okay. I'm not going to stress it. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. That's the Royal and Langnickel. Royal and Langnickel colored pencils, and I'm going to put a flag. I don't really want to write straight in my book, so I think I'm going to try to put a flag close to each one and maybe write what brand of pencil it was so that we can remember. I may end up deciding to go ahead and write in the book. We'll see how that goes. But alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button and leave me a comment down below and let me know if these type of videos are something that you think you will enjoy, and or let me know what you're working on or anything else at all. But until next time, stay safe, happy coloring. Bye guys.